Welcome all the YouTube enjoyers. The Guardian Knight skill explanation trailer just dropped. Her party synergy is 6% damage. There are two kinds of skills, green skills and red skills. Green skills are called Halberd skill, her weapon that she has. And red skills can be two, human and dragon skill. There's something called cost. If you see here, these are the cost. They are called amber. So this means it doesn't have mana. Whenever you use the green skills, the Halberd skills, it restores the amber. And whenever you use the red skills, it consumes the amber. Let's see. Yeah, +3 there. And then red consumes it, right? Every time you use the red skill, then per each amber consumption, it increases 10% damage on that skill that you used. This structure resembles Rage Hammer Destroyer. Alright, next is about the class engraving. First one is a dragon focused build. So you see this gauge in the center. Every time you use the skill, the gauge fills up, and on full gauge, you can Z into the dragon mode. Your spacebar turns into holding skill. Basically, you can glide, transform, and glide like that. You get paralysis immunity just like other transformation classes, and you recover 1 amber every 0.8 second. Your attack speed and movement speed increases by 10%. The human skills turn into dragon skills. Basically, they share same root, but divides into two. Left is the human skill. Right is the dragon skill that is gonna showcase. They both share the same root is the thing. Also, their tripod is different. So left first, the human. So it charges like that. And look at the tripod. Watch it changes. Like that. It transforms and then turns into the dragon. And the skill is completely different, see? You can use the dragon skills even if you don't have enough ambers. But you idealistically want to use it when there are ambers, since each consumption increases 10% damage. When the gauge runs out, or when you press Z, then you go back to human. Arc passive tier 4 part of the dragon focus. Your attack speed and movement speed increases by 15% instead of 10. Alright? Every time the amber consumes, you get a flame stack that looks like this, right here. This can reach up to 20. And not just that, you get a new skill called Infernal Burst. It's an X skill. Infernal Surge in English, I guess. And when you press the X, then you lose all the stacks. And for each of those flame stacks, it reduces the cooldown of all the skills by 0.7 seconds per stack. Except for the X and Awakening, T skill is not confirmed. So this is like, when you have 20 full stack, that's 14-second instant reduction. That skill is the X skill. So not just when you press the X, when you go to the human form, you lose all the stacks as well. Interesting part is that you cannot gain the stacks on the current dragon form if you used the X. This means you have to rotate the skills to go to the next dragon form in order to earn the stacks. This confirms that X is the last skill you want to use on that dragon form. Now the second build, Halberd focused build. You cannot utilize the ambers at all. It doesn't consume, it doesn't recover. So basically this part. All your normal skills turn into a head attack. It says normal skills specifically. So maybe there are some skills that doesn't turn to head attack. When you have at least half of gauge, this part right here, then you can use a damage skill by pressing Z. Also, she gets a new X skill, which gives you push immunity, 30% shield from max HP, and 20% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This sounds familiar, right? It's the Sura Breaker X skill. For Guardian Knight, it can stack up to 2 times, so sounds better than Sura. And not just that, when you Z, it automatically grants you 5 seconds of X as well. So Z is like activating both Z and X. This Z skill has 1 second cooldown. So if you have full gauge, then you can 4 consecutive X. So that's a push immune and shield and DR for 20 seconds. Left is the tier 4 arc grid of this head attack build, and right is the Z damage skill. That's the Z. Did you see that? It consumed half of the gauge. And then you can see there's a 2 different buff that's running out from 5 seconds. I don't know what the right one is, but the left one is the 5-second state of the X, because what he's gonna do now is that he's gonna click X and refresh this left buff. Watch. Like that. And there was an effect as well, right? For the dragon focused build, not sure if it's a back attacker or a head attacker or like, you know, hitmaster or somewhere in between. But I'm assuming it's gonna be close to hitmaster since one build is head attacker confirmed. And I don't think Dragon is gonna be back attack. Overall, the class looks really fun. Just like Valkyrie, they put in a lot of good stuff exist from other classes. The Dragon build, it's based on the Rage Hammer Destroyer structure of this Amber system. And the fact that there's an X skill and the X reduces the cooldown of other skill, that's like remaining energy blade, right? Hitmaster version remaining energy, I guess. And for the Halberd focus, I think it has nothing to do with the Destroyer since they cannot utilize the Ember, but obviously her characteristic resembles the Sura Breaker. Price of the Master Brawler, is there a difference? 07. And this is the Hyper Awakening called Awaken. Nice name. Hyper Awakening name Awaken. Alright, anyways, that's all for this video. See you guys 2 days after with the Guardian Knight release with huge balance patch as well. Stay noted. Spam YouTube.